Hey everyone, I'm Tianna with Tianna Michelle Yoga. In today's video, we'll be practicing a few gentle back bends as well as some back strengthening exercises. So let's begin. Getting started today in child's pose. So making our way there, drawing our belly down to our knees, sitting back onto our heels, walking our arms out long in front of us, and bringing our forehead down to the mat. We'll spend just a couple breaths here, just taking a moment to connect with our breath. As we breathe in, feeling it fill all the way up through your back. As we breathe out, sending away any thoughts that don't need to be with you right now. Breathe in to fill your whole belly, filling your whole chest. Breathing out, sending away any thoughts that don't need to be with you right now on your mat. One more big breath at your own pace. And breathe it out. With your next inhale, making our way up into a tabletop position. In our tabletop position, sending our hips out to the right side slightly, and from here we're drawing our gaze over the right shoulder, reaching to look towards the right hip. So we're creating a gentle C shape with the spine. So there should be a nice stretch through the left side of your body. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale to send the hips slightly out to the left, sending the gaze over the left shoulder, looking back towards the left hip. Again, a nice gentle C shape. Inhale through center. Exhale, sends the hips to the right, gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, hips to the left, gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, hips to the right, gaze to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to come back to a neutral spine. From here, we'll be coming into puppy pose. So we're walking the hands away from the body as we work towards bringing our chest down to the mat with our hips high. So it's similar to child's pose, but our hips are elevated. So if your puppy pose looks different from mine, that's totally okay. Just working your way towards bringing your chest down, maybe bringing your forehead down or your chin down, whatever feels more comfortable. Should be a nice, gentle stretch through the back, as well as a nice shoulder opener. One more breath here. With your next inhale, making our way back into our tabletop position. And from here, we're tucking our toes for a downward facing dog. Feeling nice and open through our chest. Our neck is nice and relaxed. There can be a slight bend through the knee. Maybe taking a few breaths to pedal out the heels. With your next inhale, we're walking our hands back to meet our feet. Inhale for a halfway lift. This is a really great opportunity to strengthen the low back here as we draw our belly button in towards our spine, really engaging all of our core muscles in our halfway lift. Exhale to a nice forward fold. Here we can relax the core as we allow the tummy to rest on the thighs. Neck can relax here as well. Inhale to rise up, arms overhead, Exhaling our hands through heart center. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Slight back bend at the top if you like. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to that halfway lift, really working on drawing your core in nice and tight. Exhale, forward fold. Walking our hands to the top of our mat into our plank position. So plank pose is another one where we can focus on strengthening our core and our back muscles here. Holding in plank, lowering the knees if you prefer, and exhale as we come through chaturanga all the way to our bellies. From here, leaving our hands as they are, coming into baby cobra. So as we inhale, lifting the chest, squeezing the elbows in towards the body. Chest is open, nice and lifted. Exhale to lower. Inhale, draws the elbows in as we press up into our baby cobra. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale, lifts the chest for baby cobra. So this is a slight back bend here, but it's also a nice heart opener as we're reaching the chest forward. So we'll keep that in mind throughout our practice with all of our back bends. Exhale to lower. Pressing up through our tabletop position. Once again, tucking the toes for downward facing dog. Walking our hands back to meet our feet with an exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhaling through heart center. Inhale, arms come high, back bend at the top. Exhale as we fold over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folds deeper. Walking our hands out to the top of our mat, back to our plank position, drawing your core in nice and tight. Exhaling through chaturanga on the toes or on the knees. Coming down to our belly. Our next pose is locust pose. So arms are coming long beside us with our palms facing up. As we inhale, we're going to lift the chest first. So focusing on opening the chest nice and proud, lifting the arms, extending the fingers back, and lifting our legs. If you're feeling any pressure on your hips, you could always roll up a towel or a folded blanket underneath your hip area. Exhale to release. Inhale, lifts the chest, lifts the arms, lifts the legs. So we're reaching away with our fingertips, reaching away with our toes, and reaching our heart nice and open and forward. Exhale to release. One more time. Inhale, lifts the chest, lifts the arms, and lifts the feet. Exhale to release. Returning your hands under your shoulders, pressing up through tabletop. Tucking the toes for downward facing dog. Walking our hands back once again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep up. Coming up to standing. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up for a back bend at the top. Exhale as we fold over into our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding deeper. Walking our hands out to the top of our mat. Coming through our chaturanga. Exhale as we lower. From here, we're going to draw our elbows so they are directly under our shoulders with our hands out nice and straight in front of us. So this is Sphinx pose here. And this might look like a fairly passive pose, but we're really gonna work on pushing the chest forward, drawing our shoulders down away from our ears. We don't wanna sink in like this as we might tend to do. So we're really pushing up and away. Heart is open through the throat, maybe looking slightly up or straight ahead. So once again, this is a nice back bend here, but we're also focusing equally on opening our chest nice and forward. If this is too much of a back bend, you could always go back to the baby cobra variation. If not, we're staying here, really working on drawing those shoulders down with the neck nice and long. Stay here for one more breath. With our next exhale, we'll lower ourselves back down to our bellies, pausing for a breath. Exhale as we press up through our tabletop, and we're going to come all the way back to our child's pose. So sending the hips back and down towards the heels, leaving our arms extended and drawing the forehead down to the mat. And we'll just end our practice with 3 more deep breaths. Deep inhale, feeling your spine nice and rounded in its natural curve. Exhale deeply. Big inhale. And a deep exhale. One more breath cycle. Breathing in, filling the belly up. And breathe out to release. From here, we'll make our way back up to seated. Thanks for joining me for today's practice. I hope your back and your heart are feeling nice and open. Please let me know in the comments below if you joined in with me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.